peaceful strike in Melbourne, in the middle of Melbourne, to show that despite the fact that school students in Australia have been unable to strike for 2 years because of COVID, we're still active, we still care, and everything still matters. And things are getting more desperate by the moment, and the government is still not listening to us. We're very, at this stage in life, we're all very caught up in our own lives and what's happening in our lives. And I think it takes some kind of moment of reckoning to become involved in climate activism, I think. And I think that hasn't happened for a lot of people. And I also think that, parents is where, most people in the climate movement, I think, have parents who have some connection to some form of climate-y stuff. And I think that if you don't have that, it's very hard to get an understanding or begin your climate education.
Yeah, to feel connected.
Yeah.
What about the school situation? Do you feel that you're learning enough in schools about what's going on in the climate?
No, definitely not. I think that potentially this is a larger problem, but like social sciences and stuff like that, and climate change, because I think climate change is more than just an environmental problem. It's also a societal problem and capitalism and stuff like that. But I think that, I'm only in year 8, so I haven't experienced the full spectrum of high school, but we don't learn enough about that kind of thing. We have one subject for all the social sciences and things like that, and social and environmental stuff. One subject, that's not nearly enough. And also the curriculum is very rigid, or the stuff that is taught is very rigid. And so it feels like even if teachers wanted to, they'd have to do it, like they'd have to spend time working this stuff out themselves. And teachers don't have more time. As we know, teachers are already stretched to the limit.
Yeah. And do you feel that teachers that you know are sympathetic to what you're doing? Are they supporting you, or are they making it harder?
I think that the school it's Castlemaine Secondary College. I think the administration, like the principal and stuff, they're a little bit resistant. But overall, we have a pretty green school, and most of our teachers are pretty supportive, and we have teachers who've helped organise strikes in the past. So we have a nice selection, and I think that in general they're definitely supportive.
What else grandparents and aunties and uncles and elders and people like this to do?
I think that honestly, there's so many amazing grandparents who are already, like grannies for climate and all that. I think that you just have to support the young people to do their thing, and also do your own thing. It's never too late to become involved in this stuff. It's just the more people, the better. It doesn't matter who you are or how old you are, or whether you think you're irrelevant. You're always going to be important, because you're the people that your grandchildren have been seeing since they were really little. And if you show them that, oh, this is something that I care about, and this is something that you should care about too, that can be a gateway to some form of like climate activism, or just understanding these things, because it can come through anyone in that student's life or child's life who has any form of interest in that. That could breed the next Greta Thunberg, who knows. And don't be the grandparent that they can't say stuff to this about, because they're going to go, oh, but in my day we didn't do that because it didn't matter. Or don't be the grandparent that is hard to talk to.